paper I'm working on is kind of a warm gray toned paper. Another good choice for this image, I think, would probably be maybe a blue paper or a cool gray. But we're going to be working on a warm gray tonight. On the apples, and I'm just going to do this quickly to get some of the color on the surface. Again, this is a bright yellow green that I'm adding this here with adding this. You do want to have a mixture of some areas that are blended and some areas that are scumbled, which scumbling is basically just laying the color on top and letting some of the color underneath show through. Make sure that we don't create a flat looking apple. Another thing to keep in mind here is patience. A lot of students, I can go ahead and work in the darker areas, and slowly I'll work my way up to the highlights, which are the most fun parts, I think. I wouldn't think. You know, that's one of the things I think we love about drawings and paintings, is looking at the mark that the artist has made. And you want to make sure that your mark is in there. We're going to pull that up here when we get to that. But for right now, we're not going to worry about it, but we're going to keep in mind that it's there. And for just about every object, there's going to be with the blending stump, is it does kind of pick up some of the colors around it. And if you're not real gentle and subtle with it, sometimes it can move the color in a way that is. This is where we're going to start to make some of the highlighted areas, or begin to make some of the lighter areas on the apple over here. And again, our light source is coming from the left side, upper left sides. Have a little bit more of a feeling of dimension to it. Feels a little bit more like these are forms. A little less like flat orbs of application. And if you're already happy with your shadow, that's fine. You can skip this. And, you know, it's really a light yellow, which makes sense since we're using green, and green is made with yellow. So you kind of want to think about color harmony here. White is a neutral, but we do want it to be strong enough that it does look like light is coming from the left side. And you know, pastels, they're so immediate. You can just a little bit more. Let's make that a little bit lighter right here too. You can just put the color down, and you get immediate. Some people would approach this this painting here by doing the background in its entirety first, and then putting the apples down on top of it, and that is fine too. That's just a different approach going on here. Not entirely smooth, still the texture of the paper can show through. Now the difference here is we're just working. All right. Let's go ahead and it gets a little bit lighter over there, but we want that to be closer to the actual background color that we put down first. Not quite so light. Ridge that happens in there too. So we'll try to get as close to that as possible. If you want to make your shadow a little bit darker, maybe a little bit cooler, some spaces where the paper is a little bit too strong, and kind of try to work that area in a little bit, so that the texture of the paper is not a distraction to the edges of that. It's almost got kind of a purplish tint to it. And I'm just going to pull up the shape of the stem there.